Suresh Venkatachari, Chairman and CEO, 8K Miles Cloud Solutions. Mr. Venkatachari has more than 24 years of experience in the IT solutions and consulting industry. As a successful entrepreneur, he has founded 4 IT companies over the past 14 years. In an exclusive interview given to Media Eye, Mr. Venkatachari shares his entrepreneur journey, his likes and dislikes, and his company, 8K Miles.
Indian market is at the early stage of adapting cloud, whereas US is at least 2 years in advance, I would say. Because it's like basically the cloud was evolving in the US, and the adaptability even in the US was taking like a lot of constraint with like security and other things. Those are actually now resolved with a lot of secure cloud computing is available. India has started picking it up reasonably well.
So how is it going to change in the years to come?
It's going to be a very significant change in the cloud market. So if you see the whole cloud, it's going to be a major revolutionary in terms, because it's not only saving cost. People have a wrong perception that cloud is actually only saving cost or moving from capital expense to operating expense. It is beyond that. Cloud which will make you to do certain things which is not possible today. For example, if you are like a large retail company, you have so much data. If you want to process and analyze, today you don't have enough computing power because you want to analyze for a specific period of time. The cloud is actually enabling to provide that in a very quick way. So it's equivalent like have a 500 servers you want to put for like processing 10 hours, which is not possible because you spend the money and what else we do with the machine. Cloud is giving the kind of an added facility. That's kind of the big data. It solves the big data problem.
And so coming to 8K Miles, how different is your business model from the others? If you categorize in your sector.
I really look at 8K Miles. The major differentiation is our providing a end-to-end solution on the cloud with a secure fashion. See, security is a major concern for anybody who want to really use the cloud, and we address that from multi-tier level, actually from the entry point into two-way encryptions, token-based thing, and compliance with like a HIPAA, FISMA, and FedRAMP kind of, even the US government body security. So security is the major thing we address. The second is we have built a lot of tools and technologies and frameworks which really expedites a quicker deployment actually, because as cloud grows, a lot of competition also will come in. But the differentiation is because of our experience in the last 5 years in the cloud, where we built a lot of frameworks which have a quicker deployment.
And so tell us about your journey, your brief entrepreneurial journey which you had so far. How has it been, and how was your experience?
Yeah, it's a very nice thing actually, because I left Deutsche Bank in 1996, and since then this is my 5th venture in IT company. So I enjoy being an entrepreneur. Number one is it's able to create an employment and for the social as well as economical benefit for the people. Second, it gives me a freedom and a power to work on the newer things actually. And the third, I feel where I can able to have some differentiated value added to the society. That's what I feel.
And any tips for a newcomer who would like to
step into? Sure. The tips is actually, I think first few years people need to really work focused and very diligently, and should not give up easily, because a lot of entrepreneurs fail because they think that they can make more money, more power and more freedom. Actually it is not true, because in the initial year you have to do everything actually, and you have to work with the team and make things reality. So people need to be really put their diligent effort, and without give up mentality is very critical. And also they need to understand finance, which is most critical, because most entrepreneurs know about their business, what they want to do, but they misunderstood the finance and cash flows.
Besides business, what are your other passions? What do you enjoy?
I read a lot actually. That's my passion actually.
What do you like to read?
More on a motivation, business kind of things which really excite me. Because keep everybody update. See, to motivation is a very critical actually, right? The positive feeling is the really which makes people grow better. and I always enjoy reading all kind of things, and I always learn a lot from reading. The second thing also my passion is to interface with a lot of people, where you will learn other side of the life. I think that's my passion.
Miss India a lot?
I don't, because I come very often to India. I know I really enjoy India, but at the same time, I don't like to be in the US because it gives me an immersive opportunity actually to test and create new things very easily. And I also create a lot of employment back to India, so which I'm contributing back to this country.
Your mother.
Sir, what is your opinion about today's foreign market
In terms of
economically the market? Today there was a problem in US. Okay, economy has gone down, and today people are not ready to invest in India. Yesterday there was a discussion. Today also there was a discussion with the minister. People are not ready to invest in India today. They are escaping from here. And today, if we want some loan today, we are going to Japan. So from Japan we have to give less interest, 3%, 4% like that. So people are trying for it today. So globally, what is your idea about today's economical growth?
See, I believe that US will remain a very, very strong economy, and I think earlier people predicted only China and India is going to be the tigers or whatever the thing. But I feel US plays a very, very critical role, and US economy started growing, and a lot of manufacturing actually is moving out from China into US now. And US housing market is improving, job creation is happening. Second, I think both India and China will contribute a large growth. But however, there is a lot of problems also here is there actually. Like currently probably why the money is not inflowing is because a lot of restriction on FDI and policies, and also weakening rupees and inflation is very high, right? People, so that's a disadvantage. But India got a enormous talent and a younger population actually in the world actually, an English-speaking population and good analytical skills. These are the advantages what I see. But obviously there's a lot of governmental regulation has to improve so that you can able to attract more investors. On the other side of the Europe, which is having a real problem right now, and it will take some time before they can really rectify.
So you mean what will be there will be a bright future for India?
I definitely believe India will have a bright future. There is no doubt about it. I think in spite of so many problems, we are still growing. That is actually one of the best things actually about India. However, India need to improve a lot of things also in terms of workforce. What I see, one of the problem is compared to 10 years and today, even the talents what I hire, 10 years back, our talent was really very, very strong. Today we have more people, but less productivity happening. Actually, I think we need to really address that actually. It's having a better attitude in the people and building and believing in creation. I think that is very important. I think we lack, but definitely India can align. I think India survived in many things. I think I feel it will be really will survive, and India has to work with other global economies to make it much better.